So Salford get the second half underway, 12-8 down, and the sad news from the dressing room is that Ian Blease has a suspected fractured shoulder, and Steve Blakely suspecting some problem with his ankle that might be a break or it might be ligaments. Either way, it looks as though Salford are going to be without two key players for quite some weeks, and that's sad news. But enough fire in this Salford performance but look at that right from the start. A real chance now. Tutor's going forward, nearly got him. Great defence from Ford. Mann standing his ground, but Tutor made an enormous break and surely knocked on. The referee allows play to go on. Curry's back, a great overlap here. McAvoy's chasing, but the pass still goes on. It was Naylor. And finally the tackle is made. It was Naylor making an important tackle, and Salford regrouped in defence, but Featherstone on the way right at the start of this half. Good tackle though again by Naylor. And that one dropped, and the referee's going to... That was Aston that time on the 6-1. So from nothing, it was Tutu who made the enormous break up the middle, and great defence from Phil Ford, and that really will set Salford back. And Salford did very well not to concede the try from that position. Great credit to their defence. So Panapa now in the standoff position, having a bigger influence on the game from that role, which has been Steve Blakely's. Salford, no substitutes left to use, and the 13 we see are going to finish this game, we hope. Craig Randall on his own, and let's hope that's not indicative of what's to come. Brown looking as though he's going to pass it, but Giddon, Quigley's looking to find space, gets his pass away to McAvoy, and Salford moving this ball around well. Marston's there. Marston's trying to straighten up, but has to take the tackle. It's the last one, so it looked pretty, but it didn't make any ground. And Marnes there, he's making the kicking job his from that position, and it sends it deep. Gibson has to run and chase and field the ball behind his own line, but he's got time to run it clear. And Marnes there first, but Gibson great sidestep, and Marn out of position, and Salford with no fullback at the moment. 6s and 7s at that one. And Ikram, but so difficult to put down. Still not put down. Still not down. He is now. Well done, David Young. Salford having to tackle.
Come on, Salford!
And Featherstone, good again, good tackle from Forber and Young together. And Aston sending Salford back this time. Marn Ball's running, and that is an excellent kick, and puts Salford right back on their own 10-metre line. So with no Blakely and Blease for some time, a change on the Featherstone time. Tutor's going off. He received a knock at the end of the great break that he made at the start of this second half, and it'll be Southern on in his place. We've already seen Gary Esprice on, and this is a very strong Featherstone squad that they've put together at Post Office Road. And Featherstone 12-8 in the lead at the minute. And Scott Naylor ambling and then striding forward strongly to try and break the tackle. Doesn't do. Marston's out there, and he tries to break the pass, and he gets clear. Here's Mann on the charge. He comes inside just a little bit too soon, and Gibson is able to just adjust his position and tackle him to the ground. But great play from Salford. Marston and Mann together there look very good. Oh, Forber made that look easy, didn't it? Taking it with one hand. The referee allows him to play on. Oh, Panapa holds on to that very well, but can't release the ball, and this is good play from Salford. 4 minutes into the second half, 12-8 down. Brown's in the line, looking for Young inside. Young pushes one off, then two off. Four finally being wrestled to the ground. Going along the line. Naylor's there. Is he going to kick? He isn't. He's going to hang on and hang on. Couldn't get the ball away. It's the sixth tackle and the handover. So again, a good defensive period from Featherstone, who are back to full strength. It seemed to be a short 10 minutes that Courier was off, but 13 on both sides. But so difficult to put down. He goes off tackles and then tries to find a space where no space exists, and that time it's Marsden and Young getting down. Pearson. Good tackle on Dive. Malloy. Staying the line, Pearson going strongly, good tackle, but still gets his pass away. This is an important tackle for Phil Ford to make, and he does it very well on Gary H. Price. It's the last one. Aston looking to kick, he kicks short, and he's gone on the chase, and he's going to bounce nicely for him, he's going to recover it. And the referee's allowing that one to go on. The chase is on. Marn's there, he takes it well and makes sure, absolutely certain. And so it's a chance for Salford to do it quickly. Craig Randall, Featherstone though regrouped, and Craig Randall can only make it to the 10 metres outside the 20 area.
Come on, look like
Marsden. Very good game, Marsden. Naylor's involved, but no way through those 4 Featherstone tacklers. Forber looking so purposeful as always. Panapa. Nice pass on to McAvoy, did well to hold that one. Phil Ford's trying to run across field, he is doing. He's finding space from nowhere, and he's got a chance to Craig Randall. Randall has to check. Phil Ford's there again, he's trying to go on his own, gets his pass inside, and it's Phil Cousins who's there to score a superb try for Salford. It was a team try, so many men involved, but that is one to look at again and to savour. Phil Ford, of all the people, of all the participants in that try, Phil Ford was involved twice. From the left wing, he followed up the man in possession, Craig Randall, took the ball on again, and the way he got his pass on to Phil Cousins really was absolutely superb. And Salford have scored an absolutely magnificent try yet again. Well played, Salford, great effort. Phil Ford, instrumental, but it needed the many support. Craig Randall and Phil Cousins at the end to score the try. Great try from Salford by Phil Cousins, but made by Phil Ford. 12 all. Still the applause for Salford for an absolutely brilliant try. Positive and decisive, and this time it's Scott Marn with the kicking responsibilities. He had a hand in the play before, the one that brought the try up the right hand side. So Scott Marn's first goal kick for Salford. He strikes that well, and it's successful, and Salford have taken the lead 8 minutes into this second half. Well played, Salford. And at last we're hearing those chants that certainly will raise the game of the Salford players. Great take by Forber. The referee says, though, it's a knock on. Forber hangs his head. And immediately, but has he hurt himself? No, I think he's hurt himself. No, he's not. He had to move a long way to take it. And he has indeed. Sort of fallen awkwardly. Blakely and Blease both off to hospital for checkups.
Oh dear, dear, dear. What a horror.
And Salford haven't got any more players. Looks as though he's got a knock on his arm.
Come on, tackle for your life, Salford.
So Forber, the tough guy that he is, obviously fell badly, and it will take him some time, I'm sure, to get back into things again. And it's a position that Featherstone will be looking to, obviously, like that. Bonke in from the wing, leading two tackles. Big space over the left, big space over this side. Phil Ford's there. Paul Forber's gone onto the left wing. He's holding his arm.
Come on, Salford!
Salford regroup very well there, but even so, Featherstone so close to that line. Forber organising from the left wing. Now there's men over for Featherstone this side. The tackles are being made. That time it's Malloy who's brought down. Aston's going to run. He's looking for the run as he holds on, and he finds Scarius Price. And again, it's one tackle nearly made. Ford not quite able to do it. Oh, and Forber doing so well with his obviously injured arm. Enormous, excruciating pain he must be in. The kick through of Salford done enough. They've done enough. And Forber, obviously, great anguish, not going to be able to carry on. And it was a great defensive six from Forber, and Mann throwing himself on the ball at the end of it, doing great credit to that Salford defence and making the defensive effort all so worthwhile not to have conceded a try in that situation. And Salford really are going to be playing with probably only 12 men from now on, with Forber struggling so badly. Craig Randall there, it's the fifth one, and Forber having to go off. Big deep kick that's running and running and running and running, and what a magnificent touch that is, and what a sad sight to see another Salford player leaving the pitch with another injury.
Come on, the 12.
So Salford only 12 men. Forber being looked at by the doctor. That was a good. So the odds swing in Featherstone's favour again, with Salford only 12 men now and 27 minutes to go.
Legs!
But if Salford can maintain the tenacity that we saw in that last tackling stint, well, it's still anybody's. It's still possible to hold on to this slender lead. 14-12, 13 minutes into the second half.
Come on, Fordy, take him.
Hard.
Good tackle.
Great tackle. McAvoy that time. Malloy gets his pass away, and Featherstone looking to make the most of the extra man. Rapati's going, drops the ball just at the end of an exciting piece of play from Featherstone, where they know that they've got the one-man advantage and were looking to exploit it. And it was Rapati who had the ball dislodged, or dropped it just at a key time to give Salford the chance to recover.
I'm with him, for God's sake!
Naylor seemed to have a couple of chances then to pass. Randall having to take the tackle.
Go on, Young, go on!
Young pushes one off. Panapa sees an opening, gets through himself. So unlucky there, Sam Panapa. It's a high one. It's hanging. It's all on. Second. Oh, Salford, great attacking position. What can they do? Richard Webster wants to go on his own. Sean Brown was up there first. Nathan McAvoy, stopped dead in his tracks.
Come on, want it, Salford.
Panapa.
Wants it. Nobody wants to know.
Because he created the opening for Matt Marn. Marn's going, he throws it back, Panapa picks it up and then drops it and knocks on, and an opportunity gone a begging. And Phil Ford, alert to that, picks the ball up so well and eludes one man and another and sets off on the chase back upfield and gets his pass. No, he doesn't, he hangs on to it. Great play from Phil Ford, absolutely magnificent defensive duties. Featherstone saw that there was a space or miles of open field behind the Salford attacking line. Featherstone know that Salford have only got 12 men. And Phil Ford, he recognised what was happening and had all that pace that we know of old to get back first to cover and then come back another 20 metres with the ball in his own hand. Great play from Ford. McAvoy had to do well to hold on to that one, which made it difficult for him to make any ground. And Jonathan Quigley's going to go on his own. He's certainly got nobody with him. And it's the last one. Now, we're going to have another up and under this time. No, it's the grubber along the ground. Goes straight to the man who stood in that right wing position, which I think is Leo Casey. So Featherstone certainly running better at this stage of the game, and Salford defensively are going to find some extra tenacity to keep them out.
Well tackle, lads. Come on, the 12.
Featherstone, good line, men over that side. Like that. But Phil Ford's there again. Oh, but his pass goes on. And his pass is there again. His tackle is there again. Phil Ford defensively playing well today, as well as having created that try. Mark Aston looking for his runners, and he finds them. And there's another man on. Featherstone have men in abundance here, but so have Salford defenders. Brilliant tackle from Scott Naylor. Featherstone have numbers over this side, but the tackle is made and it's the 6-1, and that is a brilliant defensive 6 from Salford. Absolutely superb, showing so much tenacity.
How many yards are they back? 3.
And Richard Webster takes the first drive. Salford, well, they're going to get tired, aren't they? Only halfway through the second half. It's a firm pitch, it's ideal for running, it's ideal for throwing the ball around into the open spaces, and that's what Featherstone will be doing whenever they can. But David Young, he's blossomed these last couple of seasons. There's Craig Randall looking to get his pass away. Phil Ford makes it his. But surrounded by 2 tacklers, has to go to ground, and Salford not making ground with this play. Panapa with the kick, goes high and deep. Gibson makes sure that it's his and runs forward again. And Cousins does just enough to dislodge him and then bring him down. Good tackle from Cousins. Scott Naylor as well. Gaps on the far side. But still running and running. Still running and running. They just can't get him down. And in the end, I think it was Bob Marsden that was penalised for the high tackle. Ikram, but so difficult, so elusive. And Mr. Cross, in the end, I think penalising Bob Marsden. And Paul Forber leaving the field to go to the dressing room, obviously not going to take any further part in this game. And Salford down to 12 men for the remaining 19 minutes. They've been down to 12 men for 8 so far. And really you can expect Featherstone to find holes. But not so far. Salford at the moment have the lead and they want to keep it, and that raises the fans' hearts. Aston throws one dummy and he gets his pass away. Panaper's there, but the pass is made. Now big overlap for Featherstone. And there it is in the end. It was Malloy who pushed off the defenders, and he had money support. I think it was Southern in support inside who went in for Featherstone under the post, and I suppose that had to come in the circumstances of the extra man advantage, but Salford playing with a great tenacity on defence, not out of it by any stretch, but Featherstone take the lead 22 minutes in the second half. So that puts Featherstone in the driving seat, 18 points to 14 in the lead, and
Come on, Salford,
but Salford only one score away.
Come on, Salford!
Come on, Salford!
Having lost 3 key players in this match, Blease, Blakely and Forber. High tackle by Marsden again. Mr. Cross taking the lenient view, just awarding the penalty.
Come on, Salford!
And Salford still tackling. Like that.
Come on, get him down.
Oh, but the pass goes away to Butt. This time he passes on. Now big overlap now. Pearson's running across field, going on his own. Oh, that was a tackle that stuck well. Men in support, and it's another one for Featherstone. And that could be the decisive match-winning try, coming only 2 minutes after the previous one. The spaces were there to see on the far side, on the Salford left. And Pearson made the most of them. One pass on was lucky to stick, I thought, but it did. And then there were Featherstone players queuing up to score another try. Mark Aston it was. Try under the sticks again. No more players to call on today. It's there. That's 24-14. Salford put up a spirited effort, there's no doubt about that, and had they had their full contingent, the game would have gone differently, that there is no doubt. But they have to get on with it. Still have to make the tackles, and they are doing. Dave, difficult to put down. But Featherstone with the tails up now. But still the passes go away. And here's another chance. Pearson sells the dummy and gets clear. Now another big break on for Featherstone. He's got a choice. He's going to go on his own. Mar's going to get him. But he gets his pass inside. And Phil Ford on his defensive duties gets the inside pass. And that really was thrilling rugby from Featherstone, but wasn't it even better rugby from Salford. Marn's defence absolutely brilliant. Pearson said he was going on his own, and instead of passing to the many support, Pearson chose to go on his own. McMahon had the legs of him and tackled him. The pass came in, and who was there in support but Phil Ford taking that inside pass. But both Phil Ford and Pearson seem to have been injured. And how many more injuries can we have in this game?
Serves him right for being greedy.
So great defence from McMahon, and if Pearson wanted a reminder about why he should have passed, it's the the state that he's in now. Phil Ford, thankfully, he's hobbling a bit as well. Maybe boots and ankles caught each other. And Salford will be glad of this breather. Salford very bunched at the minute. So we've had injuries, but not because it's been a dirty game. By no means. And Pearson unable to carry on.
They got hurt and he'd have scored a try, you fool.
But he is. He's going to hobble back on. No, he's not. And Salford have to try and bring the ball clear, but they prevented a try being scored thanks to that tackle from McMahon and support defence from Phil Ford. So Marston looking to find an opening. Pearson is now hobbling on the right wing. Nice pass on. Nice pass on to Nathan McAvoy over there. Making important ground forward. And Sean Brown with a kick, which just bounces outside. And unfortunately not going right for Salford. It's on the last one, and so it's the handover. And Featherstone have possession again. Inside the Salford half. Oh, that pass was anyhow. Malloy that time. Featherstone going forward positively, managing to keep the ball alive whenever they can, like that again, but going and going, still going. Gets his pass on to Southern. So many men over for Featherstone now. Comes back inside, and very, very important tackle from McAvoy. But Featherstone still a lot of men over that side. And brilliant tackle again by McAvoy. Forces Aston to lose a ball that really he should have been using to score another Featherstone try. Good defence from Salford. And Randall doing well to make important metres away from his own line. Oh, Salford retain possession and get another 6. David Young in the thick of things as always, wanting to make important ground for Salford. Marston. Scott Naylor going on his own. Good play from Salford. Mann looking to pass, deciding to go on his own. Passing route was blocked, so he had to hold on. Nice little inside pass and the kick ahead, but it's going comfortably to Gibson. Gibson too strong for Quigley, but not for Mann. Great tackle from Mann, aware of that side step. Courier going and passing on to Pearson, who seems to have recovered. No, he doesn't. He's in limping, but still recovered enough. And
will you take his legs?
Well done, Phil.
And Cousins making a good tackle on Bonquet, who's changed wings. And Grumbutt playing somewhere in the centre now. Featherstone. Look at David Young saying that one's mine, and he makes it his. Brilliant play from David Young. Brilliant determination. One of the biggest men on the field, proving to be one of the fastest, and excellent little demonstration of enthusiasm from him. Marston did well to pick that one up. McAvoy trying to get clear, and he does just that. Now he's got men with him, and he goes inside to Scott Mann, and Mann is going to score. Oh, and this is brilliant. He has a magnificent try from Salford, and that is down to Nathan McAvoy. Many of Salford's teammates, players just glad to take a breather. They all look shattered, and it's hardly surprising, but Nathan McAvoy made space from nothing. He had men in support, Ford on the outside. He had McMahon on the inside, and it went to Mann, and Mann scored a try, and so the 12 men come back into it. One man disadvantage not shown in that attack. And there's the two more, so it's Salford 20, 24 to Featherstone Rovers. So we'll be watching the clock now. Now it's Featherstone's turn to take the time to get back to the halfway line. So can Salford achieve the appearing impossible? Scott Mann, man of the match. Scott Mann, and that's understandable. On defence and in attack, he's caught the eye and he scored a try, an important try, and 2 goals, 2 out of 2. And that one goes straight dead. So, the game, is it just moving Salford's way now? 24 to 20 to Featherstone. Richard Webster going for the first one. And still going, and still going, and still going. Brilliant from Richard Webster, 20 metres from nothing. But another injury, he's had a knock as well.
Go on, Bob, release it.
That looks bad news for Salford and for Richard Webster. Quigley's going on his own. Has he got many support? He's got Scott Naylor out there. Nathan McAvoy's going. He's got a chance to Panaper, and Salford are back in it. 10 metres from the Featherstone line. Only 11 men at the minute. Little run around. Inside to Marsden. Marsden put down, but in the shadow of the posts. What can Salford do here? Sean Brown's going, pass on, who's he going to? Nathan McAvoy does well to hold on to that. The pass goes to ground, but Salford still play on. Scott Naylor's going. The referee says that's the last one. Richard Webster's up again. Little kick through. Oh, and he just missed it. So unlucky. A flying leap from Phil Ford, and a try there would have been absolutely magic for Salford. So unlucky. Great attack from Salford. Richard Webster thankfully recovered. So much excitement, so much incident, and the Salford fans, they know what a splendid effort this has been from Salford. Disadvantaged in almost every way this afternoon.
Tackle him!
And still, for all that, having to make the tackles. And they're doing just that. Phil Cousins in that time.
Legs, Salford, legs!
Good tackled, Marsden and Panaper. It's the fourth one. Aston with the kick. That's running and running. Has to run into touch. Mann undecided whether to go for it or not. Sensibly in the end, leaving it to run into touch. And Salford should get possession from this scrum. It's a long way from the try line, all of 90 metres. But certainly that try from Mann brought a lot of hope back into the Salford hearts. Salford going to be working to the end, like that man Panaper. Naylor looking to run straight, gets the ball away. Sean Brown still running, but dragged down eventually by Southern. Quigley looking for somebody. McAvoy's that man, and there's Ford in space, goes round one. He's brought down by the collar of his jersey. Phil Ford not happy with that, but play goes on. Salford fancying the chances now. Mann gets his pass on, and unfortunately one pass drops. A rare Salford error this afternoon because their handling has been outstanding throughout the game. And that period of play in which they made a lot of ground, over 60 metres, comes to an end, and it's Featherstone who have the put in at this scrum. Salford all offside. Aston has the ball out. Gibson makes it his. Beats Paniper, but not Scott Naylor. Good tackle, Scott. Naylor's been involved very much this afternoon. These men have had to grow in confidence and strength, and Ikram Butt's going, and they're all going for him, and they're getting him down. They need to. He's had a knock. One of the Featherstone players is down at the minute. Featherstone fans not liking that tackle on Malloy. It's Featherstone turns to come forward now, but another good tackle on Gary H-Price that time. And Salford tackling so well, but there are gaps over Salford's left, and that's where Featherstone are playing the ball. Aston, he gets his Aston there for the run around again, and this is going to be the winning try. It goes to ground, and Salford were going to get the advantage of the putting at the scrum. Oh, what a let-off for Salford that was. Mark Aston had created the opening, and Southern in support couldn't take a simple pass to score, and it gives Salford a lifeline. We're in the last minute of the game, and Salford have a lifeline. That would have been the decisive try. McAvoy had to do well to hold on to that in the end, but that time not looking as though he wanted to do anything with it. Salford have worked themselves almost to a standstill in the second half. Scott Naylor. Can Salford find some extra legs from somewhere? From Marsden. Has to hold on. Has to hold on. Boy, there'll be some tired Salford legs there. Look at that great pass to McAvoy. McAvoy manages to stay in play. Excellent play from him. Well, I don't know what sort of play the ball that was, but he got away with it. McAvoy, in the end, Scott Naylor, not quite sure what to do and has to kick the ball anywhere, but he finds a good touch for all that. And the game's got better and better, more and more frantic, and Salford must be absolutely shattered, down to 12 men for almost 30 minutes of the second half because of injuries. And that's a sad thought, that Salford are going to be without Blease, Blakely and maybe Forber for a period of time. Will seriously hamper their chances of... The referee says that wasn't a knock-on. Now Gibson gets up and runs a few more metres. So we're past the 40 minutes, and Salford still having to tackle. What a great second half performance this has been from Salford, and not another injury. Quigley this time. And Aston. Unbelievable. It hasn't been a dirty game by any stretch of the imagination. That ball was lost. The referee saw that one. Quigley, he's a tough little character, isn't he? He's thankfully up and ready, and Salford just want to get on with it because they're just sensing that maybe they can do something. Paniper on the switch. Onto Mann. Onto Naylor. Onto McAvoy. Onto Ford. McAvoy didn't particularly want to run, but Phil Ford does. And he'll get his pass away. David Young still gets his pass away. And to McAvoy out there. McAvoy, can he get clear? He can't, but Quigley nearly took that pass. Superb handling from Salford, and they're all looking dead on their feet. Brilliant play from Salford. Trying, nobody could complain about a team that tries as hard as Salford have done this afternoon. Right through the 80 minutes, and this second half performance with only 12 men has been a joy to behold. All good play though from that obstruction, crossing. Mr. Cross keen to see that one, and Salford have the chance again. Scott Mann is going to go for the touch, and has he made it? Yes, he has. Fatigue in everything Salford are doing, but they're going to do it. They're into extra time, but they want those 2 points. They're sensing that one score will level it. They know that. 24-20 at the minute. We've had 42 minutes. 42 minutes. Quigley has to go on his own. Gets his pass on to David Young. Quigley's there again. Richard Webster's out there. Webster still going. Gets his pass on to Mann. Mann, oh, he kicks a bit early. He needn't have kicked just then. Featherstone player out now. Gibson has a chance. But, oh, brilliant tackle just put him down, and also a serious injury on the Featherstone side. It's Daniel Dive who's injured. Referee has not seen it. Marn just a bit premature, I think, in kicking then early in the plays with time, and Salford's spirited attacking effort that time came to naught, and Featherstone just handful to hang on, but Salford penalised for a high tackle for jumping up, and that's some respite for Featherstone. So we've lost count of the injuries that we've had on both teams this afternoon, and Featherstone will take up time to go for goal. Whether they're successful or not will matter less than the fact of the passing of the minutes. And Dive looks as though he's got a bad cut. Another innocuous incident. And Salford must wonder what they have to do to win a game in this first division. So much tension around. So close yet again, and this time with only 12 men. Well, he strikes that one. It's not made it. Phil Ford said thank you. He's going to come out right. Sells the dummy, gets past one, gets his pass away. And so Phil Cousins, he's finding space, and he's going. He's still finding space. This is superb run from Phil Cousins. He scored one try. That's the first bit of magic that we've seen. Salford want to get on with it so much. They're sensing something. Got Naylor. Onto Marn. And Salford just doing everything they possibly can, right to the very end of this game. Craig Randall it was. Panaper. Marn dropped it. The referee said it went backwards. So McAvoy has a chance. He's going down the touchline on his own. He comes inside. Can he go? He can. And Salford have scored a try. That is one of the most amazing comebacks in rugby league. With 12 men, the 12 men have done it. And the one man who did it when it mattered was Nathan McAvoy. He had stretched his strength from nowhere. And this is absolutely brilliant. Unbelievable comeback. Oh, now it's all on the kick, but the point is secured. The try by Nathan McAvoy. He got the ball something like 35 metres out. He looked as though he was strolling. He went up a gear. He took the short route, the direct route down the touchline and scored. And amazingly, one man disadvantage. Salford has scored a try in the corner to make the score at this moment, well into extra time, to overtime, injury time. 24 points each is the score, and we've still got the kick to come. This will be a most amazing kick if Marn can score this. What an afternoon's entertainment. Salford really have put in a performance to warm the cockles of the hearts of all the fans. Fans will be proud to talk about this Salford display this afternoon. Salford 24, Featherstone 24, and Marn with the chance to win the game with the conversion, the most difficult of conversions from the touchline. The pressure on that guy must be incredible. What can he do? Crowd going quiet apart from the Featherstone fans whistling, taking his time. No, that's not going. It struck well, but it's going short. On the hooter. A fitting result. Fabulous second half. Fabulous, exciting finish. 24 points each. The Salford fans have loved it. They've dragged themselves back from defeat. One man disadvantage for the last 13 minutes. Injuries sadly to Blease, Blakely both in hospital, and Forber, who looks badly injured as well. And Salford, with the 12 men, have thrown everything at Featherstone, have come back and scored the equalising try in the very last minute. What a great afternoon. Well played, Salford. Salford 24, Featherstone Rovers 24. Well played, Salford.